What the heck is leasehold and fee simple in Hawaii? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chaston and I'm a local real estate agent on Maui. Super excited to have you back on my channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that comes up all the time in my world of real estate, especially here in Maui. The differences between leaseholds and fee simple ownership. This is especially important if you're considering a property in areas like Kihei, Lahaina, or Ma'alaya, where both types of ownership structures can have a huge impact on your investments and lifestyle. By the end of this video, you'll understand what each type of ownership means, the pros and cons, and I'll give you real-life examples from recent listings and sales here in Maui. I'll even walk you through the financial side of things because, trust me, it matters. What is fee simple ownership? Let's start with the basics, which is what most people are familiar with on the mainland. In a fee simple structure, when you purchase a property, you own it outright. This means you own both the land and any structures on it indefinitely. It's yours to keep, sell, or even pass on to future generations. For example, recently a fee simple condo in Kihei sold for $750,000. The buyer now owns both the condo and their share of the land on which it's built. It's always kind of like a percentage. Make sure to check your CC&Rs how much you own based off of your square footage. Then they can do as they please with their unit, rent it, remodel it, or sell it later without worrying about lease expiration. Now, moving on to the latter, leasehold ownership. This is where it gets a bit more complex, and it's more common in Hawaii than on the mainland. When you buy a leasehold property, you're essentially leasing the land from the landowner for a specified period, usually 55 to 99 years. You own the structure on the land, but not the land itself. Once the lease expires, the land reverts back to the owner, or you may have the option to renew the lease, though this isn't always a guaranteed, so there are risks. So for example, in Ma'alaya, there's a leasehold property listed for around $450,000, much less than the comparable feasible unit I used in the example earlier. However, the buyer will need to pay a monthly lease rent, and depending on the lease terms, may have to vacate or renegotiate when that lease expires in 25 or 50 years. So let's break down the pros and cons of fee simple ownership. Our pros: stability. You don't have to worry about a lease ending or renegotiating new terms. In the eyes of an investment potential, historically, fee simple properties tend to appreciate in value more consistently. Flexibility. You can make renovations, sell at any time, and pass the property to heirs. Some of the cons I want to bring up: a higher purchase price. In many markets, including Hawaii, fee simple properties are often more expensive, sometimes doubled. Upfront costs: the purchase price can limit affordability, especially in popular areas. For example, according to the Hawaii Real Estate Market Report recently, fee simple homes in desirable neighborhoods on Maui can average around $1.3 million or more, pricing some buyers out of the market, but offering long-term value and stability. Now let's talk about leasehold ownership pros and cons. The affordability. Leasehold properties are generally cheaper than fee simple, sometimes by 30 to 50%. Lower down payments. With a lower purchase price, obviously it's easier for buyers to get into a home with a lower down payment. Some of the cons obviously are limited ownership duration. Once that lease expires, you might have to give up the property or face higher lease rents if you renew. Financing challenges. Many lenders are reluctant to finance leasehold properties with shorter lease terms, and some require higher down payments. Since you don't own the land, these properties often don't appreciate as much as fee simple. For example, in Kihei, a leasehold condo with 15 years left on the lease recently sold for $375,000. The buyer will pay about $1,200 in monthly lease rents. Now, even though it's more affordable, the property may have limited resale value due to the expiring lease. For a real-world comparison, let's look at Kihei. In a popular area in Maui, A Kihei fee simple 1-bedroom condo typically sells for around $800,000. Whereas if it was a leasehold condo, it would sell for about $350,000 to $400,000. If we add this to the mortgage, it can sometimes narrow the cost difference over time. So according to recent market data, while fee simple properties in Kihei have shown about a 5 to 7% annual appreciation, leasehold properties often appreciate more slowly and sometimes depreciate as the lease terms shortens. One of the biggest practical difference is in the financing. Fee simple financing, lenders love fee simple properties because they see them as lower risk. Standard mortgage options are readily available with traditional down payments. Financing leasehold properties can be a bit trickier, especially if the lease has fewer than 30 years left. Many lenders shy away from leaseholds entirely, while others may require a higher down payment or a shorter loan term. Some lenders offer financing only if the lease extends beyond the mortgage term by a certain number of years. Typically, you're looking at a minimum of 15 years. If you're leaning towards a leasehold property, here are some questions to ask yourself. What are the terms of the lease? Knowing how long is on the lease is essential. Can the lease be extended? In some cases, landowners may offer an extension or buyout option, but it's not guaranteed. What's the most lease rent and how often does it adjust? Maui, some leases include periodic rent adjustments, which could increase costs. So, which is a better choice? It really depends on your goals and budget. If you're looking for long-term stability and property appreciation, fee simple ownership is the way to go. But if your affordability is more important and you're looking for a way to get into Maui with the lease terms, a leasehold property could be the best way to get into Maui. Just remember, it's crucial to work with a knowledgeable real estate agent who can help you evaluate the terms of a leasehold property if you do go that route. And if you're leaning towards fee simple, be prepared for a potentially higher upfront cost, but rest easy knowing that your investment has staying power. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about either ownership type and if you're considering a property in Maui. Reach out. I'd love to help guide you through the options. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful for more on the Maui real estate market. Whew. Okay, bye.